Every single photo shoot that you do as a portrait photographer needs to be a learning experience, especially if you want to build up a profitable photography business. Okay, so right now you've watched my previous YouTube videos where I've told you to do collaborative shoots to build up your portfolio, and more specifically, you're doing those genius shoots. You're thoroughly planning out the photo shoot. You're being super specific with the styling that you want, the makeup that you want, the lighting, the location, the equipment that you're going to use. You're making a PDF proposal explaining the concept for the photo shoot. You're sourcing the right teams. You're making sure that the photo shoots align with your future goals as a portrait photographer. You're doing everything like that. And this is great. You're doing the right thing. I'm proud of you, right? But the photo shoots that you're doing would be a complete waste of time if it didn't provide you a main takeaway from the shoot. Reflect about what you've learned from the photo shoot. What mistakes did you make? What did you like about the photo shoot? What you didn't like about the photo shoot? Don't just mindlessly do these shoots and not think about how you could improve on the next photo shoot. What did you do wrong on that photo shoot? What mistake did you make that you won't make for next time? Because when I first started, I used to do just a bunch of mindless photo shoots because I saw online that you just need to take loads of photos. Just take loads of photos, take action. Like, I was doing that, but the photo shoots I was doing wasn't a learning experience. I was just taking a couple of photos, bringing a model on set, take some photos, wear a jumper, something like that, take some photos, blah, blah, finish, edit them, that's it. But I wasn't thinking about, okay, what mistakes did I make on that photo shoot? How could I improve for next time? What didn't I like about the photo shoot? Was there something wrong with the model? Was there something wrong with me? Maybe there's certain poses that I did that I didn't like, or maybe there's certain lighting that I didn't like, or the location. I wasn't thinking about that. And because I wasn't thinking about that, I wasn't really making much progress. And there was a big phase where a good 6 month phase plus where I wasn't really making any progress. I was doing a few photo shoots, but each photo shoot wasn't really getting better. It was just more like stagnating, like I was on a plateau. I wasn't thinking about my end goal. I wasn't thinking about my dream client that I would eventually want to work for someday. Because that's what the issue that you're doing right now is you're probably not thinking about what you want to be as a portrait photographer in the future. Like if you're doing photography right now, obviously you have like a dream job or a dream shoot or a dream client that you want to work for. So think about that now, think about it for a few minutes, pause the video, think for a few minutes, what do you want to do in the future as a portrait photographer and how can you align your work to that goal? I was talking to one of the students on my photography program and I asked him this exact thing, like what is your future goal? And he said what he wanted to do. I told him, okay, stick to that from now on. All the photo shoots that you do from now on, even on a lower budget, just stick to something similar to that. Stick to something that kind of relates to that type of style of shooting. And I wasn't doing that in the early stages. I wasn't thinking about, okay, what type of jobs do I want to get someday? And I wasn't thinking about that. And I was just creating whatever work. I was doing whatever lighting setup or whatever type of model, or what type of styling, whatever lenses I wanted to use, or whatever location. Like I wasn't being specific. I was just being like, doing random photo shoots. It almost looked as if like it was a different photographer every single time, which is something that you don't want. You want to have a signature style if you want to start landing your dream clients and any client someday, really. You want to have a specialism in your genre of portrait and fashion photography, which you probably don't have right now. Your portfolio is probably just filled with a bunch of different photo shoots from completely different looks, which is something you don't want that. So beyond this point, for every single photo shoot that you do, make sure you realize all the mistakes that you've made. Analyze the photo shoot, understand, okay, what mistakes did I make on that photo shoot? And I like to sometimes even physically write them down. I would physically write down little mistakes that I made for every single photo shoot that I've done. So if it's something as simple as losing an SD card or forgetting one, or forgetting to communicate with the model as much as I should have. Whatever the mistake is, you want to write them all down and you're essentially, piling up all those mistakes into one page or couple of pages on a physical notepad, even on your phone, even, it doesn't really matter. And you're logging that so for next time, you never make that mistake. So when you look at the notes now, you're not gonna go, okay, I'm not gonna make that mistake again, because it reminds you. So now, because I've done so many photo shoots and I've made so many mistakes, I can just be like, okay, I've got all these mistakes that I made, now I don't make any of them anymore. Like the last couple of photo shoots I've done, they've been practically flawless. Like I haven't really made like a massive mistake or anything like that, because I've made so many little stupid mistakes as a photographer that I don't remake them anymore, because I logged them down and I analyzed it. Because some of you guys, you're probably doing a photo shoot and you're just not and you make a mistake and you're not thinking about what that mistake was. You don't really think about, oh, you don't really care. You're like, oh, you made that mistake or whatever. Don't do that next time. Like, you don't think about that, you don't think about that, you don't think about not doing it next time. So you do it multiple times over. You're doing the same mistake. You're forgetting your SD card, you're forgetting to adjust the lighting properly, you're do whatever, you're forgetting a certain lens or something like that. Like, you're doing those stupid things like that because you're not analyzing the photo shoot and looking back on it and being like, okay, what did I do wrong today? What could I improve on? Sometimes you may do a certain type of photo shoot and you're like, I will never do that again. I don't really like that. You know what I mean? Like, I've done photo shoots where I'm like, actually, I don't really want to do that for a while. I don't really like to do something like that. I want to kind of stick to this type of style of shooting or this type of style of how I plan the photo shoot or whatever it is. And like, you find yourself as a photographer in that way. Because this is how you find your style as a portrait photographer. Like I said, if you want to start landing high quality clients that will pay you a lot of money as a portrait photographer, having a specific style and way of shooting is very important because you have a specific way of shooting that no one else can replicate. And the best way to find that is by doing these little tips I just told you to do. Look at what you liked, look at what you didn't like. Look at, maybe that type of model, you didn't really like to shoot that type of model. Sometimes you don't really know what you like until you try it. Experiment, find out every little thing. And again, if you're doing the Genius shoots, you're planning everything out. You're planning out the styling, you're planning out the lighting and the type of model that you want to use and the hairstyling or the location. And all these factors just come into play with your style. Your style is not just about your technical side, it's about everything. I know this video is more of a technical video of like how to improve as a photographer type of video, but it is crucial to know this because a lot of photographers, again, they just mindlessly shoot. Maybe it's you right now who's watching this video. You're just booking a random shoot of a model and just taking some photos. You're not thinking about the styling, you're not thinking about the makeup, you're not planning it out, you're not making a PDF for the photo shoot, you're not really taking it that seriously because you think, oh, it's just photos, so why should I care? That is why you're poor. That is why you don't make money as a portrait photographer, because you approach it in that way. You don't think about how you can improve on your next photo shoot. You don't really strive to improve. That is why you will never make money as a portrait photographer. You don't talk to your model properly. You bring the wrong lens. You forget your SD card. You don't concentrate on your compositions that much. You're just kind of like taking the photos, not worrying about how can you create a really perfect frame. You're just taking photos willy-nilly. You're just not taking it seriously enough, and you wonder why this photography will not become your full-time career and business because you're not treating it like such. You're treating it like a hobby. It's like, oh, I'm not that good at it, but whatever. No. Try to master your photography. Master it. And a way to do that is by doing what I've been telling you to do throughout this video. And obviously by doing these Genius shoots, it's the only way to come home with a main takeaway from the photo shoot because you've thoroughly planned it out and you've put so much effort into it. So if you do make a mistake, it's going to be super obvious, you know what I mean? And obviously if you're thoroughly planning out and you're taking it super seriously, you're less likely to make mistakes. So yeah, if you do make the mistakes, it's going to be more obvious, and obviously, yeah, note them down, log them down to understand, okay, why did I make that mistake? What was that mistake? And understand for next time, you're not going to do it again. When you're doing these willy-nilly photo shoots or these freestyle photo shoots, like a fucking idiot, in my opinion, when you're doing those type of photo shoots, you're going to be making so many mistakes that it's going to be like hard to keep track of. But when you start planning all the photo shoots out properly, making a shot list or something like that for it, you're not going to make as many mistakes. So yeah, do Genius shoots basically. And on this channel, I strive to help portrait photographers like yourself make the fastest progress possible and how to make money in this business model. And by following the methods that I told you in this video and beyond, I've been able to build up a profitable photography business in the space of just under 2 years, where I land regular clients every single month. And I make enough money from it where I can call this my full-time career and go full freelance. And I want to help you personally get into my position and beyond much faster than I did. That is why I created my photography program, Photogenius University. There's a link to the top link below in the description, by the way, if you want to check it out. Get access to amazing courses that will tell you exactly how to build up your portfolio from the ground up. And even if your portfolio is quite established, I'll tell you exactly what you need to do to land your dream clients and to land regular clients, even to, again, make a profitable photography business where you can actually turn this into your full-time career. I'll personally join you on your journey to success. I will go on weekly calls with you. I'll answer any of your concerns about your photography. you're always going to have someone there to help you improve. So you're just basically never going to have this plateau or this rut like I did, where you're not really making any progress for a few months or something like that. That will never happen to you if you join the program. I've already helped several photographers on this program make significant progress. There's not a single student on this program that doesn't make fast progress and is still making progress to this day. I don't know a single person on there which is like, oh, I'm kind of plateaued, I don't know what to do next. That will not happen to you if you become a student in my program. And by the way, this is my program right here. You probably didn't even notice it was on the screen this whole time, but yeah, it's in the background there. You can obviously check it out in the description below. I want you to join because I want you to start making real progress as a portrait photographer. I'm sick of seeing photographers who are just in plateaus, they don't know what to do next, when it's really simple. If you want to start making real progress as a portrait photographer and you want to have someone with you to help you with that. So yeah, click the top link below, join today, and yeah, anyway guys, that is it for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys found this useful. Like, subscribe, comment if you want to. Click on any of these videos here to learn more about portrait photography, and I'll see you next time guys. Goodbye.